Taking a bit longer to get the recording going. Still spinning. My gosh. What's going on? By the way, if my computer crashes, just stay here.
Okay.
And I'll come back. Good morning, William Penn. Welcome to another edition of the Rap Sheet, where I, Mr. Costanzo, sit down with one of our fabulous new staff members. We get to know him a little bit. We get to chop it up a little bit. Today, I am joined by our fabulous math teacher, Mr. Sherpinski. How you doing, sir?
I am doing good. What's going on?
Hanging in another Friday at home, another Friday in the dungeon that is my basement. Wanted to just start off by asking you about kind of what brought you to William Penn, what other teaching experience have you had around the area? Just kind of get to know you a little bit in the form of your teaching experience.
All right. Well, just in the year prior, I worked at Penwood Middle School as a math teacher. I was covering for a couple of different teachers, bouncing around wherever they needed. I also helped a little bit last year at Charles Bain during the pandemic, kind of doing a little bit of the online learning, a little bit. So I got a little foray into what it looked like. Prior to that, I actually taught social studies at North Penn School District at a middle school out there. So got a little bit of experience all over. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you not only had the experience in the campus, but you also have had experience in other districts. And again, North Penn is up there a bit. So that's pretty cool. Well, we're happy to have you. After we talk about teaching, and that's an important part of the building, but what kind of things are you into outside of school? What are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things that you'd like to do? We had one of our staff members who hunts for aliens in the sky. Well, maybe that's not exactly what he does, but that's what I heard when he said, he looks into the sky. So what are things you're into outside of school?
Well, for me, the biggest thing that I love movies. I am a huge movie buff. I miss the movie theater so much. Like with the pandemic, it's like you took away my best friend is having movies there. Like movies, shows, anything with a good story, some kind of awesome visual, even if it's a book, I'll read. I love getting a good solid story. Even if you want to, even I talk to the kids because they love video games. I play them too. Getting something going on there, some way to immerse your mind into something that's not actually in front of you.
You're absolutely right. A lot of people don't think about video games as a form of storytelling, but if you're playing the right games, right? If you're playing the right games, some of the best stories that I've been a part of over the last 10 years are in video games. Couldn't agree more. Now, if you're a huge movie buff and you love the movie theater, I got to ask you this question. HBO Max decides about 3 months ago that they're going to release all their movies in the theater and on HBO at the same time. Are you a fan of that? Do you think it's going to destroy the movie theater business? What are we talking? Because I'm a movie theater guy too. I won't watch it streaming. I need to go see it in the theater, so I'm waiting.
Yep, I absolutely agree with you. I think there are movies that are meant to be seen, like 20, 30 feet big. They've got to be in front of you. Seeing them on the little screen, that's great when you want to rewatch, but I got to see it first. Even my wife hates it. I like to sit just close enough that like my entire field of vision is the movie. Like it's not like I want to sit too close where I'm like staring like that, but I'm just in the perfect optimal spot. Everything is the movie world once I'm there. I don't want that.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I like it. And that's like the kids, right? I remember when I was a kid, I always used to sit in that first row. I used to think that was so cool. But you're right, that crank in your neck, that gets you when you get that close. So you got to get middle center, right? Middle center.
Exactly.
I like it. I like it. You're a man after my own heart. I love that. I love the movie theater. All right. So the last question that I want to get to is our big the 3 burning questions is that every year we have this turkey bowl. And now that you're brought into the staff, you're on our flag football turkey bowl team now. So what I want to know is that, we've got some deep threats. We've got good blocking up front. We've got strong arm quarterbacks. What are you going to bring to the table for this undefeated staph infection team for the next turkey bowl? What are you going to bring?
All right. Well, I definitely heard about the Turkey Bowl last year at Penwood, but I never got a chance to participate in it. Now, I was a football player my whole life. I played little league, middle school, high school, a little bit in college. So I played all different kind of positions. At this point now, I'm a much bigger guy than I used to be, and I would be a very good blocker. There's no kids that are going to get by me. Trust me. I may not be fast, but if I catch you, you ain't going nowhere. That's how I always say.
Let me just put this out there to the staff. Did you hear that? We just brought in a lifetime football player to an already undefeated staff. Now, I don't know if you know Mr. Gormley, but Mr. Gormley is another one on our offensive line. He plays offensive and defensive line. With you two up there, nobody's taking us down. It's just not happening. It's just not happening.
Tell the kids.
All right, yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Bring it, right? Make sure you bring your cleats and bring some warm gear because it gets a little bit cold out there. All right, let's go with our general knowledge question. I got two here that I'm looking to get into. Since you are a big screen, small screen kind of guy, I'm going to shift our attention over to a general knowledge TV question. Now we're going to go about mid-90s. Okay, so we're going to put yourself in about the mid-90s, and here we go. Ready? From the sitcom Friends, one of the main characters' name is Chandler. What is Chandler's last name?
Ooh. You asked the perfect question because I know this forwards and backwards. It is Chandler Bing.
Wow, what a grab! Fantastic. Absolutely. Listen, again, Friends is an all-timer, right? But a tough one to pull out that last name. What a pull by you. That's a great pull by you. Fantastic. Listen, I've already taken up way too much of your time. We got into movies. You hit the nail on the head with me. So we kind of fell off the track there. So I'm going to go lightning round style here, which, as we've talked about, might be right up your alley. So the kids want to know, right? The kids want to know some of your favorite things. So I'm going to just run through these topics for you, and we'll go lightning round style unless you say something interesting that piques my interest, and then I'll tangent off for about 20 minutes. Ready? Here we go. Favorite movie?
Jurassic Park.
I just watched it last night. My kid loves dinosaurs. 1, 2, or 3? Just one, right?
The first one is the best.
It is, no doubt. Favorite book?
You're going to hate it, but Jurassic Park. It's a book.
It is. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I like it. Favorite color?
Green.
Favorite subject in high school?
Social studies, actually.
Nice. And favorite kind of music?
Pretty much everything, but rock is definitely my top.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Mr. Sherpinski, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure having you, and we're very thankful to have you in the school. So we'll talk soon, all right?
All right, sounds good.